Let's talk about slope-intercept form. And I think we may have talked about it a little bit in class, but we're going to talk a little more about it. Slope-intercept form is when your equation is written in this format. Y, M, and B are just numbers. But when it is written this way, these letters mean something, okay? M is for your slope, and this is mx, or m times x, so it's just that coefficient in front of x when it's written in this format. B is your y-intercept. Remember the intercepts, we talked about them being zeros. So whatever value b is, all it's saying is when x is 0, y is going to equal whatever b is. And we can see that, for example, if I have y equals mx plus b. If I make my table and I replaced x with 0, zero times anything is always 0. So no matter what you have for m, that's going to be 0. And 0 plus a number is always that number. So this is why this always happens. If we plug in our 0 for x, y will always be b. So, with that being said, as long as I have one point, or one ordered pair, and my slope, I can graph an equation. So, let's do a problem. So let's look at problem 1 here. Y equals negative 4x minus 3. It looks like y equals mx plus b. It does look like that. That's fine. This is a negative 3. If I said plus here, that's plus negative 3. So b is actually a negative 3. So if we're going to use this, then m is negative 4. And your b is negative 3. So what does this mean? It means when x is 0, y will be negative 3. And you could plug that in. Negative 4 times 0 is 0, and 0 minus 3 is negative 3. Your slope, if you remember, is rise over run. This is a whole number. This is negative 4, and any whole number can be written as a fraction by putting it over 1. So let's graph it. So in order to graph this, you need to, 1, plot your ordered pair. Okay, this is 0, negative 3. So x is 0, so we're not going to go left or right any. And y is negative 3, so we're going to go down here. And there's b. Your rise is negative 4 over a positive 1. So I'm going to need more space. So I'm going down 4 and to the right 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. It's kind of hard to see. Then I can draw my line, which I have nothing to draw a straight line with. Hang on. Let me see if I can't do this. Sorry. So this is what my graph looks like. Remember when we talked about having negative and positive slopes? This slope is a negative slope, so your line should be going down. So plot your point. 2, use your slope, your rise over run, to find your next, oops, sorry y'all, your next point. And if they were too close together, you could continue going down 4 and over 1, and it will always take you, it makes that stair step, always takes you to another point on the line.